at RC drama. And the reason why I say that is the worst RC drama ever is in RC racing. Like, RC racing drama is everywhere. It's crazy. And yeah, I had a podcast, On the Tone podcast. I still have a podcast. We just haven't done a podcast in a while. I have a podcast, and that's like almost the epitome of what we did on that podcast. And what was sad is I tried to keep the podcast at like a positive note, but there was another podcast, I can tell the podcast names. There was another podcast called Lupus Live. We were on the Tone, and they would focus a lot towards the drama, and they would always get killer views and listens, because the sad part is people like to hear the drama. And as bad as it is, and I didn't want to promote it, we almost had to talk about drama. So, again, I'm a racer. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing RC for 15 years, been racing for over 12. I know about all this drama, and I'm like, I get it all the time. So first off, I want to start by saying I'm not immune to the drama. I get it, and I'll be honest. I give some drama. Sometimes I get frustrated for the very reasons that I'm about to talk about. But I get it really bad, and the reason why I feel like I get it really bad is because I'm in this racing community where, obviously, in racing it's all about being fast. I stopped focus on being fast a long time ago. I don't focus on being fast. I like to I'll be out there, have a good time. I like my cars to finish. And I don't race at the highest level. However, I do have a very solid support system. Like, I have a lot of sponsors. I have a lot of people who support me. I have a lot of people who follow me. And just in general, like, racers, that bothers racers. Like, obviously, if you're half the racers, I won't say half the racers, but there are a lot of racers faster than me, and they're probably thinking, why does he get all this publicity or whatever? I don't consider myself a racer in the RC, like in general in the RC community. I consider myself an RC influencer. And people can't accept that sometimes. Like, I get hated on all the time. And like the other day, I got comments on my Facebook page about, it's crazy about all this, like, this guy's just doing YouTube, and basically he gets C-main and intermediate. Like, first off, I don't remember the last time I made a C-main. I'm not saying I don't get C-mains, but I do pretty good in intermediate. I just don't practice all the time. Like, to me, it's all about practice makes perfect, and I don't really practice. You see me what I do. I basically, on my free time with RC, I do all the bashing stuff and the stuff I enjoy, and then I race. So basically where my focus has been is, again, influencing, trying to get people into the hobby, and then not focusing on winning, and just having a good time and spending time with my family. I think that's the value in the hobby, and I think that's what's awesome about it. So I don't try to focus on all the crazy stuff. The other way I get a lot of freaking hate and mean comments is I consider myself kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to RC. Like, I kind of like mess and kind of tinker in all the different disciplines. I do racing, I do bashing. I'm starting to do some crawling. I'm starting to do some other specialized hobby stuff. Like, I want to do drag racing, I'm going to do boats. And because I consider myself a jack of all trades, I don't really consider myself like a big-time expert in anything. So a lot of times when I'm doing like how-tos and I'm like doing videos, a lot of people are like, oh, that's not even what it is. Oh, that's not a mud boss. Oh, yeah, that's not that. Like, okay, I mean, I'm bringing it up. At least I'm exposing it. And hey, I'm open to learn. But again, that opens me up to get hated on all the time. And you guys know, the guys who've been following me for a long time, it took me a while to cope with the haters, but it is what it is. And all that stuff starts drama. So, in my humble opinion, again, because I consider myself an expert at RC drama, 90%, maybe even 99% of the drama stems from one thing. It stems from a hater. The irony is, the people who hate don't know, or the people who are starting this drama, they don't realize they're haters. That's the problem. And they go back and forth, and they end up trying to defend themselves. And the next thing you know, they're arguing back and forth. But it always stems from haters. You don't ever see two completely, like, irrelevant people that are minding their own business getting drama. It's always someone who feels like they belong in a certain position, or someone who feels like they belong here, and they start kind of hitting heads. Like, there was drama between me and On the Tone and Lupus Live for a while, but a lot of that, like, we knew what it was. Like, we were fighting for views. I mean, it is what it is, and we kind of just embraced it and rode the wave. But it really stems from haters, and it sucks. But it's not going anywhere. And don't think by going to another hobby and switching to other hobbies that's going to go away. That's just life in general. There's always going to be haters. I have them all the time. the two YouTubers that I'm talking about, they probably have, they're huge. They're like way bigger than me, way bigger than me. They're awesome, and they probably have 100 times as many haters as I do. So, I mean, it sucks, but it's the truth. And
why is there so much drama? Because social media increases the levels of drama in the world. Also, people are pretty soft. Softies, snowflakes. People can't handle the truth. That's why there's so much drama. Okay, we only need 6 more people.
To watch and play with yourselves too. You know what I'm saying? This is these are videos that you throw on, listen to while you're wrenching. These are wrenching videos. All right, so it's not for everybody. Most people nowadays don't wrench. They're lazy, bro. So this is for wrenching people. The rest, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here. I never once say, subscribe to me, give me thumbs up. No. Those are when those people do that, do the opposite. Do the opposite. When people ask for shit like that, no good. Stay away from them and do the opposite. All right.
Oh, hell yes. What up, Nitro Nation? Welcome all muggy maniacs, truggy maniacs, buggy maniacs, monster trucks, yeah, part of Nitro. They are headaches. Not to everybody, but to a lot of people they are. And welcome all 5th scale insaniacs. Look at this beast. In my opinion, and it is my opinion, so I'm entitled to my opinion. You know what they say? They're like assholes. They stink, and everybody has one. But anyway, in my opinion, the baddest 5th scale ever produced race kit that you build. Because a lot of people will claim, oh, well, MCD is a race kit. Yeah, but you don't build them. This is the only, and I will repeat, for those of you that know or don't know, this is the only 5th scale race kit that you build like an 8th scale Nitro race kit. Okay? TLR 5B. You know, guys, you know me. I'm not a huge TLR guy, never have been, but credit due where credit's due. This is like I said, the baddest. Yeah, the 5T's badass too, but it wasn't designed or built as a race kit. It's an RTR. Okay, this is a race kit that you build, and I don't say so. Mine's pretty sick. I mean, we've got all the goodies. I decided I'm gonna add one more. Not real quick, but it will be coming. And I didn't know if I wanted to do this, but I'm like, what the hell? If you're gonna go, I mean, most people will tell you, or that me and Woogie pretty much went balls deep into this. We went all out. We went all out on our vehicles. I've got a few things that he doesn't have, but other than that, I mean, the only thing that I have that he doesn't have is I don't believe he has titanium turnbuckles, which I do. He doesn't have titanium steering posts, which I do. He doesn't have titanium shock mounts. These are titanium, they're not steel. And I know guys that race them have, and I've seen them, these snap. That's why I went with titanium. And I have the limit straps, which he doesn't. I mean, there is a few things that I have that he doesn't, but I'm not bragging or anything. Woogie has a badass 5B too. They're both sick. We fixed the issue here. These brakes are not going anywhere. So we have the RC modified billet aluminum. They're like twice as thick as the stock disc brakes, and I like them because they come with booties in the front and rear, so you can grease up the dog bones and the cups, so your drive shafts will last longer. Goes along with the RC modified center mount, by the way, too. So, but yeah, this thing is badass. But I have decided that I'm going to, and I haven't decided which ones yet because there's a lot of them out there. I'm going to put billet aluminum, 7075 billet aluminum front and rear diff housings. I might do the diff cups. I don't need the center because obviously it's already aluminum, but I might just do the whole thing. It's probably going to run close to $300 depending on which ones I go with, but I am going to do that. And I think I'm going to go with I think it's the same company that makes this, PS something Performance, that makes this aluminum dual steering servo tower. They make the aluminum front and rear body mounts. So the billet aluminum diff housings and those things, and pretty much that's it. I mean, oh, and I'm going to go ahead and when I do the front and rear aluminum casings, I'm going to go with the Turtle Racing hardened front and rear arms. So I probably will spend, man, I need to get my head checked. But don't we all? It's a sickness, man, but it's better than drugs and it's better than drinking. This is my drugs, if you want to call it that. I love it. Again, I also love 8-scale Nitro, but I love the 5th scale also too. I have another 5th scale that will be coming in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. I'm not even going to mention what it is. Some people know what it is, but some people really don't. I don't think I've really told anybody because I went back and forth on a couple of vehicles that I was going to get. But I think I'm pretty set on what I'm going to pull the trigger on as far as 5th scale. But anyway, those are the couple upgrades. We're going to do that. Hopefully we'll be running this weekend. By the time you see this video, there might or might not be a 5th scale portion tied in, or if not, I will just do a whole 45 minutes or so of running the 5B. That's what I'll do, because we got to break that thing in, okay? We're going to do the first fire. That's what basically this video is about. We're going to break I've decided that I'm going to not shelf queen and not box. I don't want to be one of those guys, and they're out there that have all these engines and talk about, oh, they're rare, and we know Novaros is out of company, but it doesn't matter to me. I am never ever going to have an engine and just never fire it. That shit ain't happening, especially when I pay good money for them. If I at the minimum, I'll break it in, rip it, do some 9 and 10 second pulls, get it with the muggy QC test, maybe put a gallon through it, and then shut it down and, don't run it as much. But there's no way in hell I'm going to be one of those guys that says, oh yeah, I have all these engines for the sake of can say I have the engines. Well, that's great. But how many people besides me, and I think I might be the only one, that runs every engine? Every engine I get, I don't care how rare it is, and I've got more engines coming. We're sending about 7, 8 to get modified. But every engine I get, I will break in, run it, QC test it, then get it modified. This is the only one, probably, I think it is. Yeah, I've got a couple that are stock, but this is the only Novarosi I can say that I'm actually not even going to send in to RCR and get modded, because it has everything that Novarosi and Daniel Alassi had to do to this. Again, basically, this is a Mephisto. For those of you guys that have them or know about Mephistos, this Alassi tuned rocket, rare, one of a kind. I've never seen anyone. If you guys have seen one of these anywhere or know anybody that has one, please comment and let me know, because I've never seen it. I found this by accident. Okay, as far as I know, it's not the only one ever made or only one out there, but I've never seen this engine on YouTube. It's the Alassi tuned rocket. It's a 9-port .21, basically a Mephisto, fully modified. Sleeve, piston, crank, everything. Okay, this thing is modded. Put it this way, I sent pictures to my modder of the internals, and he said it's maxed. There's nothing else that I really could do to it. Not worth you sending it in anyway. So we're going to run this thing. We're going to break it in. This is just the first fire. next part of the video, wherever it might be, more than likely after this, will be first run, where we put it on the ground, but it will be tank 9 or 10, where we're just pinning it, full tilt, hitting some high notes, screaming it from one end of the parking lot to the other. Then in that video I plan on, that's why I'm not going to do a 5B or I was going to do the LRP 32 and the MBX, or even I also brought out this weekend because I have to babysit the Peeps house this weekend again because they're up at the new pad up at the lake getting it set up. Had an issue with the air conditioning. Guy just left not too long ago, so it's fixed. The one downstairs, because there's a separate one, air conditioning in this house, upstairs and downstairs. In a 4,000 square foot house like this, you need air conditioning because it's been in the hundreds. But anyway, I know the bill. Well, they have solar energy, but I know the bill is like crazy money. If the bill is more than my rent, put it that way. But anyway, I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna, after we, on this video, we're gonna first fire, then the next part will be first rip, pinning it, then we're gonna pull the, I got some stuff to unbox. I don't know when I'm gonna do it in this video. You'll see it somewhere. I got some goodies to show you, and I got some brand new, pretty cool looking. They look X-ray-ish. On-road tires, speed run tires, braking tires, whatever you want to call them, that I'm going to put on this. But after we get done doing the 9 and 10 tanks, because it's not getting modified, in this video, more or less towards the end, we're going to throw the Badlands on, and we're going to put this thing, and we're going to send it. We're not going to put it 20 feet in the air, obviously, because I don't have the means to do that. But we're going to put it 5 or 6 feet in the air, but full throttle. We're going to pin the throttle, rip that shit, and hit whatever we can, and just launch it, okay? Because that's how I roll, all right? I don't just sit, you know. Anyway, I don't want to get into ranting. I got to start biting my tongue. I got to start holding back, because I don't need to get these clout chasers any more reason, because most people have to be fake, and that's all it is. They have to be fake to be real on YouTube. I don't. That's why I only have 850 or whatever subscribers, and I've been on YouTube for 7 or 8 years, because I don't give a rat's ass what people think, how people feel. This isn't a feel-good channel. If you don't like my content, like I said plenty of times, scroll on, troll on, move on, give your thumbs down, which I thank you, by the way. Make your hateful comment, because more than likely I'll just erase it, or block you. But sometimes I'll leave them up there. But anyway, subscribe. I don't care if you unsubscribe. Please do. I only want people that enjoy what they see, know that I do not blow smoke up nobody's ass. I don't, again, let me say that again. I don't have to be fake like most people out there to be real on YouTube. I just say it how it is. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks, what anybody feels. I just keep it 100%. No holds barred. That's how I've always been. And that's how I'm always going to be. Remember, go look at the beginning where it shows you what my channel's about. Keeping it 100% real. But I want to say one thing. And you guys already know the deal. I've got some footage that I put up before that I feel like putting up again, but it's like 17 minutes. I don't want to waste your guys' time. I don't want to, like I said, give people, all these clout chasers, any more of my video time. The best way to combat people that want to talk trash about you is to just ignore them and move on. That irks them more than anything, okay? Because it just shows them that they're irrelevant to me. I don't need to put anybody's title, anybody's name, talk trash about somebody, or put a thumbnail of me or of anything like that to get the views. My last video, go look, it's going to creep on 800 views by the time you see this one, more than likely. Okay? It's like 7.5 right now, I think. Almost 70 comments. By the way, shout out to Jessica's 2-Car Garage. By the way, go watch her. She gave me a little static, but she was for the most part just voicing her opinion, you know, and she wasn't really rude about it. I told her I wasn't the one that say, if you can't afford a fifth scale, if you can't afford 2, 3, 4, I've got $4,000 into this thing, then hey, you can't afford it. It is what it is. But don't make up bullshit excuses to people why you don't want to do it or why you can or why you're not. Just keep it real. That's what I'm talking about. Just say, hey, you know what? It's just not in the budget right now. I don't have a problem dealing with that. When I don't sell in my budget, I tell people I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to fake the funk. You know, Nitro Nerd used to say that all the time. And there's a lot of people that do that right now. Faking the funk. Some of you know who it is, some of you don't. If you don't, go watch Nitro Nerd's old videos. He has them still up. But anyway, there's a lot of people that fake the funk. Okay? Getting funky, like he used to say, was getting funky. Just shut your mouth and get funky with it. Is when you get out and you rip your shit. Okay? You get out and you just go out and rip your shit. Pin your shit. Full throttle. When in doubt, throttle out. But anyway, shout out to Jessica. I subscribe to her. You know, I watch her stuff. Check out whatever she's got going. I suggest you guys go give her, you know, some thumbs up. Go watch her views, subscribe, whatever. She seems like a cool girl. I didn't take down any of my comments. There's a guy that made kind of a, you know, dirtbag comment, and I laughed at it. And some other people jumped in and gave them shit too. And I didn't take down anything. But I've got almost 70 comments. I don't think I've ever had 70 comments. So that was kind of crazy. But anyway, enough of my talking. Let's fire this thing up. And I think I had like 20 thumbs down. So credit due where credit's due. Shout out to all you thumbs down. Keep them coming. I need 20, 30 thumbs down. That's just extra views for me and shows me that I'm talking shit and keeping it real, because that's what gets people butthurt, okay? That's why they put the thumbs down. And like a lot of people tell me, you know, it's still a view. So anyway, hold on real tight. Let me warm this thing up and let's fire this thing up. That's how you want it. Nice and fast. There you go, people. First fire of the Novorossiysk rocket. It lost the tune. Rare. Like, seriously, if anybody's seen one of these anywhere, or anybody that owns one, or where I can buy one, another one, let me know. I wish the guy had another one that I got it from in Italy, but all right, if the fumes ain't choking you, you're not running it rich enough. So anyway, there you go. First fire. Next part of this video will be when we're at tank 9 or 10, and we're doing some 8, 9, and 10 seconds full, because that's going to be my thing now. Whenever I break in an engine, before we cross it over from 20% to 30%, because in this video that will happen too. So this will probably be around an hour video. That's why I'm probably not going to be able to fit any footage of this. I'll do another video after this one with the rocket and the Serpent Cobra SRX Evo, XRX8 Evo, sorry. After, you know, we break it in, rip it, put some Badlands on it, put 30% on it, get the tune dialed in, and just start sending the shit. Then the next video after that, probably next week, will be the 5B doing some ripping, and we'll throw in on that video. I'm not sure, either the LRP RCR modded .32 or the Novorossi TNS modified 28.8. Yes, I have an engine modded, I've had it, modded by Neil at TNS. A badass, not as bad as my RCR, but it's one of my baddest engines, okay? I don't know, maybe I might break in, because I have another 28.8 Rex Legend that I haven't touched yet. Maybe we'll break that one in coming up, but I've got a couple more engines coming, stay tuned. We're not by far done, but I'm probably only going to be sending in 8 engines, 7 or 8 engines. So in the next few months there will be a huge unboxing of 7 to 8 modified badass engines. So because why? Because modified is the next level. I didn't make that up. You know who did. Okay, so anyway, that's that. Another heart, beating heart, because that's what they are, comes to life. Can't wait to rip this thing and see what she's all about. All right, people. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Have a great weekend. It's probably going to be in the hundreds here. But at least the air conditioning downstairs and upstairs is working now. Or it'd be no bueno. But anyway, yeah, I got some goodies that will probably be somewhere in this video that will unbox. I got a new body. We're going to do a new paint job for the Mugen. That will be unboxed. Some new tires, the tires that I got for this, and future break-ins and speed runs and whatever. You'll see those and some other goodies. But anyway, enough of my yip yapping. I will see you guys on somewhere else in this video. Have an awesome weekend. One other thing, I know Woogie mentioned about the LRP carburetors. Okay, let me tell you, I have the 28, the 30, and the 32. The 28 carburetor that he has, and I have, dials and tunes the best because it's not the same carburetor. Don't get that twisted. The LRP 32 XZ carburetors are pieces of shit. Don't waste your time with them. I mean, do what you want, but I'm just telling you from experience, don't waste your time. Find an Novorossi carburetor or get a Kyosho carburetor. It's the one that comes on those stock K5, whatever they are, they're .25 RCR engines. It's the carburetor that has the high speed needle, low speed needle, and the idle all on the same side. I don't know the part number, but they're only like 20 bucks. Go get that. Put it on if you can't find a Novorossi carburetor or you don't want to spend the 80 bucks or whatever it is. But don't waste your time on the X-Tech. They're garbage. The only reason, I'll say this one more time, that the 21 works on the .28 is because it's not the same carburetor. It's a different carburetor. Okay? That's the only reason that carburetor works decent. So anyway, I'm out. Catch you guys on the next part of this video. Muggy's out. Peace. What up, Nitro Nation? Muggy is back at it again. Engine break-in and rip number 4. We did the Alpha Point 28. We did the Point 30 LRP. We did the Reds R5R Team Edition red-headed. And then now the Novarosi Alasi Tune Rocket. And let me tell you, this is tank number 10. Tank number 9, I did a few full throttle pulls. This is a nasty engine. Now, I don't know if I made the right choice by putting on the 9886 Super Strong, now known as the 51021 with the 41032 header, because that's more of a bottom and mid, real bottom and mid torquey pipe. In my opinion, the 9886 Super Strong with the 41032 header is, other than the 2148 Triton, the two baddest pipes if you want all the power to the ground on any modified engine. Okay, the thing I like about the 2148 Triton is it's not just for modified engines. The 9886 Super Strong with the 41032 header is best. It's okay on stock, I've ran it, but it's designed and it breathes better on a modified engine, preferably the bigger ones. You know, the 30s, 32s, 28s, and so forth. But the Triton 2148 combo pipe that comes with the header, that RC Renew makes, I like that pipe because it's universal. Stock, modded, any size engine, it's just a universal pipe that increases all the power all across the board. Not just bottom, mid, but also top. So, being this is a 9-port, it's a road engine. It's designed for on-road, not off-road. That's why I don't know. I'm not going to say, who knows, you guys will obviously find out when you're watching this video after this part of the video, because you've already seen the first fire, a little throttle pull. Now you're going to see where we put it on the ground under load and we start just burying the throttle. 9, 8, 9, 10 second pulls, whatever I can get out of here. This parking lot's pretty, not a lot of people here today, so it's kind of quiet. But I don't know if I'm going to take this thing, and I don't know if I want to beat this engine up off-road, because it's not designed for off-road. Yes, you can run them off-road, but I might just, we will do the full pulls, definitely, but it's up in the air still. I'm not sure if I'm going to, and you could even see here that I planned on it. I brought the Badlands and the DE racing rims to throw on this thing, to rip it, you know, rip it around out in the grass and maybe send it a few times, but I don't really know if I want to do this. I really probably want to save this engine for my on-road build. I will do an on-road build, that's for sure. When? Who knows? Sometime hopefully this year. That's not top of my list, but it is something as far as when I decide to switch avenues. I'm not going to go planes like some people, or electric, or boats, or crawlers. If I do anything other than 8-scale nitro, 4-wheel drive, or 5th-scale gas, it's going to be an on-road car. Serpent makes some badass ones. X-Ray Mugen has some pretty sick ones too. These things are expensive. I think the kits are like $700 or $800, and they're not easy to build. They're fun, if you want to call it that. I built an X-Ray on road, and it was a challenge. It was crazy because it has a lot of integral parts. So if you want a challenge of building something, build an on-road pan car. I don't know if I'm going to get a pan car either. It will I don't think I like those type. I think I'm going to go maybe like rally style. I might even go with a truck. I've seen some like you know, the on-road trucks, you know, lowered, slammed on the ground and everything, you know, with these kind of rims and tires. By the way, these are the new rims and tires that I got. As you guys know, in the other video, I blew the other ones off. Those ones are pan racers, I think, and those were the original tires that I had when I got my Mugen MBX5 Pro Spec that came with it. And they eventually turned into road slicks, but these are like a, I guess if you want to see like a high-speed radials or whatever you call them. but they're directional, so they go in a certain direction. I used to be one of those guys. I didn't know. I put them on backwards. So what I do is, if you can see in there, inside the rim, I mark them, which is front, left, front, right, and so forth. That way I don't get them mixed up. Kind of like a real car. I mean, you should probably do that with, I try to do them with all my rims and tires on all my whips, because it's good to run them all, you know, the front tires in the front, and because they're going to wear differently. That way you get even life out of them. I don't always do it, but I try to. It's like a real car, man. Rotating the tires is part of it. If you want your tires and get the most out of them. These are only like 30-something bucks. They were local. They're not China made. I mean, they're probably China made, but they were local, so they didn't take a long time for me to get them. Matter of fact, they're in Southern California. But I'm normally the disc type guy. I don't usually like these. I only have, I think, one other set of rims, buggy rims, that are like this. They're black, similar. But these are cool. They remind me of X-Ray. If you look at the X-Ray buggies, Nitro buggies, I think it is. They show on their pictures these rims set up on an X-Ray, so they look X-Ray-ish. But anyway, we're gonna fire this thing up. We're gonna rip the hell out of it, and we're gonna do some 8, 9, 10 second pulls, man. We'll see. What, you know, we're gonna QC this engine, definitely. It's funny because I looked at the plug. They give you a Novorossi 7 plug in this engine, but it's got a lot of top. I could get more. I'm only running a 13 pinion or clutch bell. I'm only running a 13 clutch bell, and this pipe. I could put that Reds pipe on here, or I was thinking a 99. What's the other one? Geez, now I forgot. 9901 Super Strong, which is it's a more broad power band with the 41021 header, I believe, and put a 14 on this thing. Or I can even put that Reds pipe, because that's got a lot of top on it. That Reds pipe and a 14 on this thing, and this thing would just like fly. It already does. You guys will see. The tune's okay. I'm not really messing with the tune because it's running really rich. Long as it idles, stays idle, and long as it doesn't lean bog top end, and also bog on the bottom, I'm good. I mean, that's how I break my shit. And obviously, if I was going to run this thing longer today, which I still am not sure. Like I said, you guys will find out when you watch this video if there's more footage. But this video will probably be another 45 minutes to an hour already. So because of, you know, you have the first fire, then you have this, you have my shit talking, as always. By the way, I'm sure you guys have already seen the first video. So there you have it from three of the, in my opinion, three of the top, right now, three of, you know, with the exception of one of them kind of taking a break, or, I mean, I think Mark Santa Maria is always doing stuff. JQ is not dropping as much, but, and Mr. Za kind of, you know, taking a family break, man. And hey, everybody deserves that. Family, like you hear all the time, is more important than anything. This hobby, hands down, is not more important than your family. But anyway, you heard it from three guys. First guy, Mark Santa Maria, you know, and I don't want to make this into a rant. I'm moving on. Okay, it's time for Muggy Maniac, regular scheduled programming, okay, to get back on track. Oh, and first, a word from our sponsor. Sounds like a commercial, huh? We're running TNR, so we have got it off the, I like the Sidewinder because it's got 12% in it, or I think it's, no, 14%, the break-in, 2014. Sidewinder has a lot of oil. It's a good oil package, definitely. Almost kind of has a little too much oil. It's hard to run them really rich because they just get loaded up because it's oily fuel, especially at that high of oil content. But great for break-in. But now we're on TNR. Is it TNR? Yeah, TNR fuel we have in here. By the way, TNR, baby, representing. So shout out to Chris. He, you know, Revelations where I get the fuel from. They've not been ordered, so I called them, found out what was going on, said, hey, you know what, call Chris, and, you know, got the, you know, help the ball roll, you know, because There's people that needed fuel, but Revelations was always out. And I know some people still having a hard time getting that fuel, so hold tight. I know Chris is in the works of working something out with the shipping. Like, again, I know Send It RC carries it, but apparently he doesn't ship it. So if you live in his area or even within a couple hours or whatever, it's worth the drive, trust me. You want to use whatever you want to use, go ahead. But now, and I had somebody else hit me up too, ask me about fuel. They said they don't really trust Bones. Now, this is not a fuel debate type hit on Bones. Hey, if Bones works for you, that's fine. All I know, and you guys know it too, and I don't have to mention any names, I've seen on YouTube by guys that you guys watch, I've seen 2 connecting rods go using Bones, and I've seen I've seen a sleeve split, and something else. So, and starting to hear other people said that, you know, but like I said, if Bones works for you and you've been using it for years and you've used, you know, thousands of gallons and you're good, hey, keep using it. Whatever works for you, like I said, to each his own. But I highly recommend, even if you can't get TNR, try getting Sidewinder. It's available all over the place. Tower Hobby, I think, carries it. I know Amy. Yes, it is a little bit pricey, and you're only going to get it in quarts. You're going to pay, you know, for 4 quarts, you're probably going to pay $60. But I would pay it just because it's worth it to me. If Byron's fuel right now was $80 a gallon and it was still available, 3011, I'd buy that shit. I don't care. You know, it goes back to what I've talked about before in the past anyway, and other people have mentioned, hey, if you got a Ferrari and you're bitching about the fuel, then maybe you shouldn't own a Ferrari. I don't know anybody that owns high-end vehicles. My mom's Acura, she just put nothing but super unleaded. She doesn't care if it's $6 a gallon. You know what I'm saying? If you want the best, you got to pay for it. Now, am I saying that TNR is the best? I've ran 3 gallons of it now, around 3 gallons, and I have had no issues. I've ran tons of the Sidewinder. I've ran tons of Byrons. I mean, the only fuel that I haven't ran is the Bones. And I thought about trying it just so I can give you my opinion, but you know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's why I said, whatever fuel you're using, if it's working for you, fine. If you can get it, fine. You don't have no issues, fine. It's cheap, whatever, fine. You get what you pay for. That'll never change. You get what you pay for. That's why you hear people say, and I don't want to go off on a tangent like I already am, you know, I want to get into, because I had a lot of people hit me up on what I recommend for their first, you know, Nitro kit. Okay, buggy, chuggy, whatever. There's a lot of variations. But first, going back to what I said, you heard Mark Santa Maria talk about it. People, there always is going to be drama, and unfortunately, that's the way it is. And you heard what JQ said, his opinion on it, what he believes why. Because people don't like the truth. They don't like to hear the truth. Okay? People are soft. Okay? And they're a bunch of snowflakes. So take it how it is. If the shoe fits where it doesn't apply, let it fly. And then you heard Mark Santa Maria. A lot of people out there, they're haters. He said that's 99% of it is haters. They don't even know they're haters. I have never made a video just because I decided to talk shit about somebody because, oh, this guy doesn't know how to do this, or this guy or that guy's, you know, vehicle, you know, that paint job's ugly, or whoever, you know, owns, you know, this vehicle is a moron. Now, I have said that certain vehicles, what I feel about the vehicle, based on my experience, okay, and that's just my opinion. But I have never attacked anybody, but people take shit personally. And they're haters because they can't do what some people do. And am I saying, oh, I'm the best? I'm not the best of anything. I'm an average Joe Blow with a fucking old school, excuse my language, old school GoPro or a camera phone, you know, sharing, you know, my experience. Okay, that's it. I don't ever claim to be, you know, all of nothing. By the way, my last video though, since we're talking about it, I got 700 views. I mean, for a guy that everybody hates, that's what's going to be so cool, man. Not because of the status, or not because, oh, I'm 1,000 subscriber, I'm all that. That'll never be the case, because I don't care. If 50 people unsubscribe to me right now, I would not lose an ounce of sleep. Never. Matter of fact, who tells you, besides me, unsubscribe? And I will still tell people that if you don't like it, unsubscribe. Give me a thumbs down, great. Shout out to the 20 thumbs down that I got. Thanks for the views. You are my most loyal viewers of my videos, okay? I can count on all the thumbs down that are always going to be there. But this, man, I like I said, I don't care about thumbs down. I think it's funny. 20 haters. There's more out there. They just don't have the balls to put a thumbs down, okay? But anyway, shout out to those people. I got almost 70. I think I do got 70 comments. I mean, I have never had that much action on a video. I mean, I usually get my normal, but I mean, all the views that I got off it, and I'm talking shit. And I'm not just talking shit. All I did is throw somebody under the bus that deserved it. Okay? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If the shoe fits, wear it. And obviously, the shoe fit that person perfectly. Like Cinderella. That's the shoe that fits him. Okay? And I'm not going to go on and have a, you know, because all he wants to do is, you know, use my name. And matter of fact, that video that I just did that got 700 views and everything, I didn't use nobody's name or nobody's face in the thumbnail. Go read the title. 9-10 second pulls all day long. That's all I had to do. And show what I'm talking about, which is what we're going to do again. Who knows? I haven't even decided what the title of this video will be. You guys, obviously, if you're watching right now, you already know what it is by now. But anyway, so yeah, Mark Santa Maria, shout out to that guy. He knows what it's all about. I do too. I could make a video just like he did about experience as far as drama, because I've been in it thick for years. And it's because of, like he said, the haters, and like JQ said. And then at the end of that, you heard Mr. Zah say, hey, listen, these videos are for people that want to watch while they're wrenching or whatever. So my videos are longer than anybody's that I've seen. Okay, great wrenching videos. You don't have to worry about any commercials, for now anyway. That's what's going to suck about when you get to 1,000, you got to deal with the commercial bullshit. I hate that. I sometimes don't even watch people's shit because of the commercials. I just, you know, bounce. But anyway, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, at least I'll be able to say I'm probably, if not one of the first, the only guy to be so hated, and everybody have so much hatred towards me, and talk so much shit to me, and had so many beefs with all these people, and still hit 1,000 subs, saying whatever the hell I feel like saying, when I want, how I want, when I want. That will never change. I will never back down from people trying to slander me, ever. And it's going to continue to happen. Shout out to my boy Lead RC. He put a thought in my head one time. He said, hey, Muggy, that just goes to show you, you're always going to have to put, once you get them on the barbecue and you start grilling them, you're going to have to keep grilling, because they're always going to come for you. And that's it. When you do things the way you want to do them, and people are jealous of you because they can't do what you do, okay? And again, that isn't saying, oh, I'm the best at anything. But look, let's talk facts. Who has several different platforms that I always run, buggies and chuggies, okay? Who has tons of engines that you've seen and that I've ran stock and modded by different modders? Nobody, okay? So I could say that, and which is bringing me to my next subject that I'm gonna get to, and then we're gonna fire this thing up and start ripping it. Is that I could tell you opinion or what I recommend. Not just on engines, but on platforms. Unlike a lot of people that only run one platform or maybe a couple, I have several different platforms, okay? And I'm going to probably add another couple manufacturers different than what I have to my stable. But anyway, so I can do that. And people hate because, oh, well, he talks shit about Traxxas. He talks shit about our... Hey, I'm just keeping it real. You don't like it. I'm sorry. Truth hurts sometimes. Okay? But anyway... yeah, that'll be cool when I hit a K. Who knows when it will be, sometime this year. Because I could say that I hit 1,000 subs. Like the Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. I did it the way I wanted to. I didn't have to say, oh, well, I can't say this or can't say that, or let me fake shit and fake the funk, and let me act like and pretend that I'm, you know, that I know this and I don't know that, even though I don't. Like, people out there, like I said, let me emphasize this. People that believe people on YouTube, even me, that don't have experience as far as showing what they're talking about, you're stupid. Take, even including me, take what you hear and see with a grain of salt. Okay, unless it's somebody like Adam Drake or Mike Croddick or, you know, Ty Tessman or Ryan Mayfield or Ryan Lutz, or these guys that are pros and, you know, legends and so forth that have been doing it a while. Okay, other than that, take it with All right. Don't get close to this, please. No. It's not for kids. Try to be nice to these kids. They're like, hey, can I drive it? Hell no. Man, these rims are going to be a bitch to clean. She definitely is a ripper. She screams, hauls the mail. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a 10-second. Do another 10? All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you have it, people. Serpent Cobra SRX8 Evo. And the Rocket, Novarosi Rocket Velocity Tune 0.21 9-port, screaming its tits off. Funny thing, I googled F1, Ferrari F1s, you know, F1 racing cars and all that. You know what their max RPMs are? Take a wild guess. 18,000. So they can max, they redline at 18,000. This thing right here, I think the spec's under 43. So 23,000 more RPMs in this little pea shooter here than a Ferrari. And she screams every bit of it, as you guys seen. So anyway, like I said, stay tuned. I'm not sure, I think we'll do the unboxing at the end of this video, but there also might be some footage of me taking it off-roading. I don't know if like I said, I'm not sure yet, so Don't hold me to that, but you've seen it. Just like last 4 engines I did. Break them in, rip them, pin them, 9, 8, we did 10-second pulls, couple. And that's the QC test. No problems. So anyway, like to see somebody else put their engines through the test. And TNR fuel is good fuel. It's very consistent. I mean, just all around great fuel. Is it the best? Is it as good as Byron's? I don't know. That's a tough one. Byron's was the best. Period. And you can ask a lot of people. And Byron's has won world titles with that fuel. So, anyways, there you go. She's a little screamer. These tires are nice and broken in. They'll probably be slick soon. I'll probably just get another set of them. I think they have them in black too. White ones are cool. But for 33 bucks delivered, you can't beat that. Anyway, there you go. First fire, first rip, first pin. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna see this engine. You will see this. Who knows? I might either next up in this platform is going to be the L3 Triton, modified L3 Triton, which is a badass little 3-port, and I just might put this thing through the gauntlet. This Cobra buggy here, and might just strap in my TNS or RCR modded 288 Rex Legend and see if this thing can handle it. And we'll throw this bitch all over the place, because you know what happens when you put big engines, modified engines, in buggies. Well, only way you're gonna know what happens is watch either me or Woogie, because we're the only two that'll do it. Nobody else has. Well, there's, not really, like we have. But anyway, there you go. Cobra is solid. Really love this buggy. We got a couple more whips coming. Another Fisco will probably be coming before another Nitro. And I've got, I think, 3 or 4 more engines coming too. So we got a lot of engines to mod, a lot of engines that you guys have seen run stock. Now we're going to see what they got modded. So I can't say, definitely this is in the top 5 of my .21s that I own right now. But I still have, Works. I have some Picos and some Reds that are going to get modded. So I can't tell yet. This thing is fully modded by Daniel Alassi. It's not just a sleeve job like all the other ones that you see. And I've seen all the other ones out there. This is the only one, Alassi Tune engine, that I've seen where it's fully modded. The crank, you guys seen it. Go look at my old video when I unboxed it. This thing is the only Alassi Tune that I've seen, okay, that I've seen. Now, I'm not saying there isn't other ones, but that I've seen on video or whatever that has the modifications that this thing does. It's basically, again, a modified, full-blown modified Mephisto. That's what this engine is. So anyway, enough of my rip-rapping, ranting. I know Bodagel did say one thing on his video you guys heard earlier. And I could say that too. I have never, ever, 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 nor will I ever ask anybody to subscribe. I don't care about, I won't ask for thumbs up. I ask for, give me thumbs down, please. I want 40 thumbs down and 40 thumbs up. I don't care. I want more thumbs down, because that means that I'm ruffling feathers, and it's because I'm telling the truth, and they don't like truth. Anyway, and I won't ever beg for a subscription or nothing. Never once. I don't ask for nothing. And you heard what Bodagel said. Anybody that you hear on YouTube ask for subscriptions, ask for thumbs up, ask for any crap like that, oh, come watch me, blah, 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 if you like me, if you like what... He's never said it, and I will never say it. Never. And I don't know anybody else that's never said that. Okay? And you know what he said? Walk away. And I 100% agree. We don't agree on a lot, but I do agree with John with that. Walk away from those idiots. Stay away from them. They're no bueno. Okay? Period. All right, people. Muggy's out. Peace.